Well, good morning, everyone. It's John Rodriguez, Matt Levoe, Jazmine Farias, and Zach Dale-Curran here from iFinance Mortgage, coming to you live from our production studio. Super excited. It's good to be together with everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
So today we're recapping a little bit of the sales huddle from UWM. It's always a fun time. Matt Ishbia brings the fire every single Wednesday, gets everybody pumped up. And I know, Jazz, you were just there, last couple weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. How was that there?
It was a lot of fun. We landed on Monday, and then class was on Tuesday. It was a 2-day training for experienced LOs, and we went over how to beat out loan estimates. We went over how to make contacts with realtors. So it was a really good experience. You networked and you talked to a lot of other loan officers, and we all bounced ideas off each other to close loans, and it was good. It was an awesome experience. I'd love to go back.
Super cool. Well, we are all going to go back. That's going to be great. Next month, we look forward to going there. And, you know, that's something that no other lender does, is they invite us to come out, get training, get better. It's called Success Track. And one thing I'm really looking forward to, and I know all of you are too, is bringing our realtor partners out there.
Yep. It'll be a fun time.
Huge, right? Let them get the training and the exposure and the experience too. So thanks for sharing that, Jazz. Hey, some good points today. Matt kicked off the program, as he always does, brings the fire, as we mentioned. He had a couple really powerful announcements. You guys want to share anything that you saw there?
The first one was, I'll kind of take this one. They took FHA and VA loans. They took the minimum FICO score from 630 down to 580.
Huge.
So yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to have a little bit different pricing, kind of where you end up landing, but it opens up a whole bunch of doors for customers and clients that we might not have been able to help before.
Yeah, and I think Matt was saying there too that, you know, they want to continue to be the go-to lender, right? They know that there's other loans and files that are going other directions. So this should be a huge help. I know that's exciting for us.
Yes, it's very exciting.
Right.
Usually we have a FICO of 600, which has kind of been really common, or even like 605, 610. We usually send it to other lenders. Yeah. But now that it's at 580, it's going to be a much better experience for the client, since UWM is so much quicker on all their processes compared to other lenders.
Yeah. How about SafeCheck? SafeCheck is such a cool tool that perhaps it's underutilized, maybe even by our office here. What's that all about with SafeCheck?
SafeCheck, it basically allows you to do a soft pull for the client. So you're not pulling all three bureaus' credit scores up front. It allows you to kind of get in the door, see what those general scores are going to be. It doesn't start the inquiries by other companies. Mm-hmm. So if you have somebody that's out shopping loans that is not completely ready to jump on board and lock a loan yet, they're going to start getting calls once you do the credit pull. So the SafeCheck just allows that soft pull to happen. You can go about running the file all the way through, all the way up until the last second. Then you do that hard pull and put the file through the finishing line.
Yeah, that's huge. That helps protect our business, grow our business. It helps protect them. Who wants to get 1,000 phone calls, you know? And Jazz, you and I were just talking about this, right? Sometimes even our own files, they're calling us saying, hey, Rocket just called me, or somebody else, Joe Blow just called me, and that just tells us, oh man, we didn't do the opt-out.
Yeah.
Right. So UWM will do that for us, right? Through the SafeCheck.
Yep.
That's a huge and powerful thing. Hey, Zach, you know, there was a part on there about celebrating our closings. And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Just closed your first loan.
Yeah, I got my first one done.
Awesome.
Thank you. Super happy. Yeah, so I was working with my client Milan and his family. You know, it was my first foray into kind of the whole market, the whole experience here. So it was, I had a really great time kind of working our way through the deal and putting out the little fires as they come up, you know, jumping over the roadblocks. And I was really happy to be able to help Milan and his family get into a property. We got them moved into their place now. They got their keys and then the process of moving everything in. So it was just a really great experience getting to help somebody do their closing and getting to see, you know, hear the smiles over the phone when I called to give them the good news of, you know, we closed, you know, you're approved, you're getting the house and everything is a great feeling. Weight lifted off my shoulders to, you know, know that I can keep doing this going forward, and see how happy it made them, and everyone that we worked with on the deal. How we all kind of came together as a team to get everything closed, and the people in our office, the people from CV Escrow and First American Title, we all worked very closely together and got everything done. So it's great.
Yeah, that's exciting. I remember the phone calls, and Jazz, you heard it too. You were part of it, huge part of it. And just the way you handled things with Milan and his family over the phone. There were some news at times that was a little difficult. We had to relay that. You did it with class, and you did it with a solution in mind. You guys made it happen. Our team made it happen. And by extension, he's now in his home. So the follow-up to that, which is so important, is the celebration. And I really liked what they said in here, is that we need to make time for that. We need to take those pictures, get those photo ops, take those videos, post it all over social media. Let people know what we do to help families. And I know you're planning on doing that here too.
Yeah, I was speaking with Milan earlier this week, and I plan out a day to go out to his place next week and take some videos and pictures of the house and everything. You do some testimonials, and it'll be nice to get out there and go see his family in the place that they're going to call home. So
and speaking of out there, that's not like right around the corner, a couple miles away. Where's that at?
We're going to Palm Springs, so a little bit of a drive ahead of us, but it's worth it. I mean, I'm happy to see his family in their place, and what's a 2-hour drive in the grand scheme of things?
That's a really great attitude, and looking forward to seeing how you interact also with escrow that you mentioned, CV Escrow, First American, the listing agent. We don't want to leave them out, right? We're going to, in fact, we have a plan tomorrow to call them all to see how they viewed our service. Mm-hmm. What could we have done better? What do they love about it, right? Yeah. And who knows, maybe we'll get some more clients from the listing agent too.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing we can kind of tie back to the meeting this morning is with us, kind of doing, if you want to call it, our due diligence, calling to make sure, see how our service was. It's how they talked about in the meeting this morning in our fast break. Is being the best version of yourself. You got to be willing to take the criticism where it comes, even if it's not necessarily something you want to hear. Make it constructive and work on it. Kind of move past that and know next time, okay, that's what I need to change. So it's not always going to be good news, but it's how you take it. That's what matters. So.
Yeah, and don't forget that cutting board.
Those closing gifts for sure. Yeah,
we'll make the UWM proud of that. Moving on to Alan Beydoun, EVP of Sales. He really had some good points on privilege and how if we have the right mindset that it's a privilege to do what we do to help people. It's a privilege that we can help our realtor partners and train them the UWM way, how the processes go, why it's a superior way to for any of our borrowers. So how do you think that will help us as we move forward, considering everything that we do as a privilege, not an entitlement? How do you think that helps us in our business?
I think it can help us to not become complacent. Yeah. I mean, because if we're kind of just letting the deals come to us, letting the phone calls come to us, then you're going to get forgotten about really quickly if you're not putting your face and making those phone calls, getting your face out in front of people and letting them remember who you are and what you can do. Then you're just going to go by the wayside, and if you get complacent, then you're not going to see any success here. So I think that thinking of it like a privilege is a good way to help yourself stay motivated.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's important. Any other points that you enjoyed from either Matt or any of our other speakers there?
I think one of the key things that Matt kind of touched on at the very end was the control your price. Mm-hmm. And that's something that nobody on the customer side really sees. It's something that really benefits us. And that's to your point of staying on track and keeping up with the day-to-day things. Watching all those videos that Matt puts out, watching all the videos at UWM, it gives us points that we can use either towards getting some benefits in the pricing aspect for our customers, or using them to be able to get those closing gifts and have them sent, or get our secretary a gift if we want to get Jazmine something for helping us out on a file, or whatever it is. Just staying up to date with those videos. And I mean, the best part about it is to control your price. And that really does benefit both us and the customer as well.
Yeah, that was huge. And I appreciated, too, what Matt said. How many times have we been on the phone and on the other end of the phone, it's just this, yeah, hi, okay, yeah, we have this program. Boring, right? We want energy. When we bring energy to the phone call or to in-person meeting, how do you think that makes the other person feel that's receiving our message? Pumped up, right? They're feeling our energy. If they can feel that we're excited about what we have to offer through UWM, wow, they're going to be excited too. And they're going to have FOMO, fear of missing out, if they don't work with us, right? So we want to secure that relationship through the energy that we bring. And I can tell you, when you watch Matt and the other speakers that are up there, they don't come out all boring. They come out with a fire. And then they do that two-clap thing, right? To get everybody pumped up. And Jazz, you got to see that in person.
Yep.
How that works, the energy that's in the room. We're all going to experience that next month.
It'll be fun.
Super fun. Well, by way of closing, I really appreciated Matt's final words. We will not let up. The second quarter was great. Last month was a huge month in closing loans, which means there's activity out there. Realtors have buyers. People are refinancing still, cashing out money. Whatever it is, business is out there. Are we getting it? Are we going after it? Do we have that mentality, we will not let up? Is the third quarter going to be even better than the second quarter? Matt says it is. But of course, that's up to us to see what we can do. So, super excited. We have a lot of good things to talk about. Speaking of celebration, after this at 11:30, I have a podcast with my dad. It's going to be via Zoom. He was my client last year. We helped him with a purchase. So I says, Dad, be a testimonial for me. So I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Jazz,
Yeah,
you're
that'll be
working
cool.
with your best friend as well. So don't forget the people that are closest to us. Everybody should know, especially our family and friends, what we do. So I think that brings us to a wrap. So glad to have Zach, Jazz, and Matt with us today. Tomorrow, Joe and I will be on via Zoom from Mexico, which is pretty cool. So have a great week, and thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.